Good morning, folks. Thank you for coming back. Hope you're keeping well. Picked up a spider or two. I'm on my way into perhaps, I can't say the oldest part, maybe it is. I think it's as original a part of Sherwood Forest as we can get, and it's a lovely mixture. We've got pine forest over here. Really dense, really lovely. Then we start to get a bit more of a mix. Silver birch, oak, mixed woodland. That's where we're going, and that's where we've come from. So my goal today is to shoot some wide shots. As you can see, the trees are still pretty much in full leaf. We're just into September, so we're at the start of the change from summer to autumn. And there are signs everywhere. You can see here the fern in places is starting to die back. Some of the trees are showing signs. It's a magical place, this. I keep using that term as well. Sorry about that. But it is. It really is a magical place. So I thought today what I aim to do is I'm going to see if I can grab a couple of interesting perspectives of the old oaks with their clothes on. Sounds like a plan. Right, enough waffle. As soon as I get a shot, I'll bring you back and explain my thinking. Oh, spooky. That was a bit spooky. Pick my pace up. I'll catch you in a bit. Never remember which way to go here. Just got down to that crossroads and it started to rain. So I looked over my shoulder and I saw a trail I've never seen before. Well, it's an invitation, isn't it? I saw a squiggly old oak down here as well. So, I think I've got a spider. I might have to derobe in a minute. Don't worry, I shan't leave the camera on. That looks a bit spooky down there. Let's go have a look then. Oh, very dark. I wonder why that's so enclosed. Let me know if you ever do this. See a dark, spooky trail off deep in a woodland somewhere and just have to go explore. Oh, quiet. No birds. How does that happen? You see, just out there on the trail where that bit of yellow is, the birds were buzzing, and then in here it's like there's nothing. What is that? Is it deer? Bless you. Some variety of little crab apple maybe. I shan't be nibbling on them today. Ooh. I think something's moving around up there. I'm pretty sure there's something moving around in there. The wind's coming from behind me, so if it's deer, they'll smell me. Not that I'm pungent, you understand. I have to shave. Oh wow. Not as dark as it first looked. There's light at the end of the tunnel. So, option A, because it feels like it may have stopped raining, go back, pick the trail up, head down to the ancient oaks. Option B, go mooching through there, see if we can find out what's making a noise in these trees. I heard it again. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll just go to the tree line. Definitely heard it. It's in here. I'm going to point the camera that way. If it runs at me, I'm dropping this camera. I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. In there. That's got to be deer. I heard it again. I've got a cobweb right across my nose. It's itching like mad. it is. Oh, I'm sorry, darling. I knew I could hear it from way back up there. Oh, wow. I didn't want to start lit. It's headed right deep into the... It's like a cross between silver birch and pine. Today can do what it likes. After I see a deer, I'm like, that's me done. Stick a fork in me, you know. This is their territory. I mean, you can see how broken the sticks get. Stuff like this. I'm not saying that deer have been chewing on it, but something's rubbed up against that stick. And then there's a lot of broken ground here. You can see how it's been compressed in places. They could have been sleeping here or anything. It's way too dense in there for me to make them out, I think. If I wasn't going to upset them, I'd go marching in, you know, but I don't want to upset them. God, I'm sure you've seen enough of my chops by now. Okay, let's leave them in peace. That's where the trail led, to another lovely trail. As much as I want to go down there right now, if I do, it might distract me from today's mission. So I'm going to go back. We were brave enough to come into the darkness. We were brave enough to come and see what the sound was. We've not been gobbled up by a monster yet. So, the moral of the story is, kids, don't be afraid of it. Sometimes the best experiences come by pushing yourself forward that little bit further until you get uncomfortable. Oh, it's raining again. I've just been debunked, because now I feel like I should push myself forward even though I'm going to get uncomfortable. Some showers can soak you through, can't they? Make your day uncomfy. See you later, buddy. Okay, no more waffle. I've proven my bravery for today. I'm going to make a move down to these ancient oaks, and I'll bring you back when I get there. I'm out of breath, I'm sorry. It's been quite a hike, and I'm nowhere near where I want to be. I don't think today's going to pan out as planned. But I'm in the land of the giants at the minute. Well, there's all sorts here, but horse chestnut over there. Big old trees. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get myself in the thick of this lot. Over here it's a bit humpy, it looks like down trees underneath all that growth there. Stumps and all sorts of stuff, plus it's very boggy and it's quite easy for me to get up to my knees in it. This place, clearing in there, looks amazing. Just out that side we've got some light, an awesome spot to string a hammock. That's for another day. What I'm going to do now is very carefully try and make my way, try and make my way over here somewhere. Don't have much light, which is always a problem. But I'm going to try and dig a composition out here somewhere. I don't think I am I? Oh, not with the 18mm on. Anybody spot composition? That's the tree, but it's very dark, very shaded, and I'm going to have to get quite close with this lens, so it's the nature of the game. It is what it is. This is colossal. What? When you get close to some of these, you just see them from the path. Even the naked eye doesn't do it justice. This tree in front of me is just immense. Look at the texture on this bark. Can't get much closer. We got all sorts down here. That's beautiful stuff, that. Absolutely amazing. All this ribbons of, I don't know what kind of bark you call that. That guy behind. Another one over here. Compositional right there. So I'm trapped right now. Just to explain the situation. Sun is quite a lot higher in the sky, and at a certain point it digs into the forest, so things become incredibly bright. Just to say that, it starts to light up this canopy here. I've walked in for about, must be 2 miles now, and it's been up and down all the way, plus my detours. So I'm probably close to 2.5. If I go that way, which is where I intended to, yeah, if I go that way, which is what I intended to, it's probably going to eat more of my day up than I have. So I don't know what to do. I'm a bit stumped, surrounded by all these stumps. See, this is the trouble with the earlier detours. They're great at the time, but it comes at a cost. I'm going to carry on. I'm going to walk past this place, carry on, quick shot of this bark, and then onwards. Hopefully I'll see in a bit. Wildcamp. Okay, you know I can't walk away. I've dug in, and it's not a great composition, but there's something about it I quite like. I love how the bark unusually breaks off at about that height there, and then it hollows, but then as it climbs it turns back into the full trunk. It's almost like it's lost an entire limb, which it probably has. And next to it we've got this straight chap. He's perpendicular to the earth, and this one leans over to the left. But here we've also got and he should make an interesting sorry about that. Straight tree. He's leaning to the left. The swoop on his base there, following the contour of the break. Really nice. And then coming out of the frame here, sweeping up this way, we have this chap, which in a normal perspective doesn't really tie together. However, because we have this distortion in an 18mm lens, having shot at 18mm in years gone by, I kind of try to imagine things in fish bowls. So I try to imagine the contour of the forest, not all the time, just where you see things like this. Would that suit the curvature of the lens? Would it fit in the shape of the contour of the 18mm? So compositionally, it's quite a different perspective on here. We have this tree, the straight tree. We have the curvature at the base of the big guy over there, the broken face of him. Thank you. And then we have this line leading up to this fallen twiggy limb here, supported by this other limb. So there's a tie through the frame. It sort of fits this curvature, in my eye anyway. Some beautiful dappled green, I think it's bramble, along the forest floor. Got most of it sticking in the back of my leg right now. A few silver birch in the background that we can draw up in post-processing. But what we'll probably need to do is drop the exposure in post-processing and gently dodge the areas we want to bring into the forefront. So it'll be the face of the big tree here. I'll touch on the face of the straight tree, perhaps the silver birch, maybe not, and certainly the curvature of this downed limb here. Current settings are 1.3 seconds at f11. That's at the moment setting me at 0.3 of a stop overexposed, ISO 125. The exposure's changed. I was focused just there initially. the light was slightly brighter, I also manually focused over on the base of the big guy, just because f11 isn't quite getting me deep enough. Only a touch, but we'll see. We'll see. I just wanted a shot of that guy. There's so much around here. I'd love to spend time on this chap behind me here as well. He's got some brilliant trunkage. And then this fella. Amazing trees. Incredible. Colossal. Look how the bark twists. That one is, I can't imagine how old it is. And just as I was speaking, the GoPro battery died. I'm getting messages, aren't I? I think so too. Lights really dropped, clouds really building. I'm gonna make my way out of here. So blinkers on, head down to where I intended today soon. Ooh, crikey. That was an effort. But we've done it. I'm out. Beautiful spot. How could I not be drawn in there? Especially when there's that big old tree that's been split and a Wildcamp spot. I must make a note of that, because you never know. Later in winter. Right then folks. Where I should have been headed is a good mile down here. And over in that direction, you can probably tell the trees like this in the background. There's big trees all the way down this trail. Anyway, waffle. I'm going to love you and leave you. I'll process whatever shots I come up with. Anything I pick up on the way back up this trail now, I'll drop them now and chalk this one down to experience. It's one of many. It's not really disappointing, is it? It's just challenging. It's just challenging. I've got to stop looking down there, haven't I? It's like a disease. Right, okay. Thank you very much for watching. Please take care of one another. And as ever, if you can't be good, just try and be careful. And I'll see you very soon. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye for now.